The 1979 to 1980 NBA season was the 34th season of the National Basketball Association. The season began on October 12, 1979 and ended on March 30th, 1980. The NBA officially adopts the three-point field goal. Boston Celtics guard Chris Ford made the first three-pointer on October 12, 1979 against the Houston Rockets. The Jazz relocate from New Orleans, Louisiana to Salt Lake City, Utah. This was the first season the NBA had a cable television partner. The USA Network signed a 3-year, $1.5 million deal. This was both Magic Johnson and Larry Bird's rookie season, and is considered to be the birth of the modern game. Magic Johnson was the first overall pick selected by the Los Angeles Lakers, and Larry Bird was selected 6th overall by the Boston Celtics. So, welcome to NBA Rap. Some quick facts about the season. We are finally in the 80s. Listen, first things first, I want to thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers on this channel. It's been a journey. Hit that sub button, hit that like button. I want to keep growing, and you guys are helping us grow so fast. Thank you. That being said, let's get into the team records. Leading the league in the East were the Boston Celtics, 61 wins, 21 losses, followed by the Atlanta Hawks, 50-32, Philadelphia 76ers, 59-23, Houston Rockets, 41-41, San Antonio Spurs, 41-41, and Washington Bullets, 39-43. Missing the playoffs were the New York Knicks, 39-43, Cleveland Cavaliers, 37-45, Indiana Pacers, 37-45, New Jersey Nets, 34-48, and Detroit Pistons, 16-66. Leading the West were the Los Angeles Lakers with 60 wins and 22 losses, followed by the Milwaukee Bucks, 49-33, Seattle Supersonics, 56-26, Phoenix Suns, 55-27, Kansas City Kings, 47-35, and Portland Trailblazers, 38-44. Missing the playoffs were the San Diego Clippers, 35-47, Chicago Bulls, 30-52, Denver Nuggets, 30-52, Utah Jazz, 24-58, and Golden State Warriors, 24 wins, 58 losses. If you can let me know what your favorite team logo of this season was in the comments. Let's move on to the season leaders and all-star game. Leading the league in scoring was George Gervin of the San Antonio Spurs, averaging 33.1 points per game. The rebounds leader was Swen Nader of the San Diego Clippers, averaging 15 rebounds per game. The assist leader was Michael Ray Richardson of the New York Knicks, averaging 10.1 assists per game. Leading in steals, Michael Ray Richardson of the New York Knicks, averaging 3.2 steals per game. And leading in blocks, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar of the Los Angeles Lakers, averaging 3.4 blocks per game. The 1980 NBA All-Star Game was the 30th edition of the game, played at Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland on February 3rd, 1980. The East was able to win over the West 144-136 in overtime. George Gervin took home the game's MVP honors, scoring 34 points and grabbing 10 rebounds. The Eastern Conference All-Stars were George Gervin of the San Antonio Spurs, Eddie Johnson of the Atlanta Hawks, Moses Malone of the Houston Rockets, Julius Erving of the Philadelphia 76ers, John Drew and Dan Roundfield of the Atlanta Hawks, Larry Bird and Nate Archibald of the Boston Celtics, Elvin Hayes of the Washington Bullets, and Bill Cartwright and Michael Ray Richardson of the New York Knicks. They were coached by Billy Cunningham of the Philadelphia 76ers. Making the West All-Star team was Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar of the Los Angeles Lakers, World B. Free of the San Diego Clippers, Marquise Johnson of the Milwaukee Bucks, Adrian Dantley of the Utah Jazz, Jack Sikma and Dennis Johnson of the Seattle Supersonics, Paul Westphal and Walter Davis of the Phoenix Suns, Kermit Washington of the Portland Trailblazers, Otis Birdsong of the Kansas City Kings, and Scott Wedman of the Kansas City Kings, who missed the game due to injury. They were coached by Lenny Wilkins of the Seattle Supersonics. How many names did I mess up this time? Well, hello there. I hope you've been enjoying this episode of NBA Wrapped. You know we need that Rookie of the Year award, so hit that like button, hit that sub button if you're new. Come on, type in the comments. You know what's going on. Let's move on to our award winners. The MVP of the season went to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar of the Los Angeles Lakers, averaging 24.8 points per game, 4.5 assists per game, and 10.8 rebounds per game. The Rookie of the Year, Larry Bird of the Boston Celtics, averaging 21.3 points per game, 4.5 assists per game, and 10.4 rebounds per game. And the Coach of the Year went to Bill Fitch of the Boston Celtics. Making the All-NBA First Team, Julius Erving of the Philadelphia 76ers, averaging 26.9 points per game, 4.6 assists per game, and 7.4 rebounds per game. Larry Bird of the Boston Celtics, averaging 21.3 points per game, 4.5 assists per game, and 10.4 rebounds per game. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar of the Los Angeles Lakers, averaging 24 24.8 points per game, 4.5 assists per game, and 10.8 rebounds per game. Paul Westphal of the Phoenix Suns, averaging 21.9 points per game, 5.1 assists per game, and 2.3 rebounds per game. And George Gervin of the San Antonio Spurs, averaging 33.1 points per game, 2.6 assists per game, and 5.2 rebounds per game. Making the All-NBA second team, Dan Roundfield of the Atlanta Hawks, averaging 16.5 points per game, 2.3 assists per game, and 10.3 rebounds per game. Marquise Johnson of the Milwaukee Bucks, averaging 21.7 points per game, 3.5 assists per game, and 7.4 rebounds per game. Moses Malone of the Houston Rockets, averaging 25.8 points per game, 1.8 assists per game, and 14.5 rebounds per game. Dennis Johnson of the Seattle Supersonics, averaging 19 points per game, 4.1 assists per game, and 5.1 rebounds per game. And Gus Williams of the Seattle Supersonics, averaging 22.1 points per game, 4.8 assists per game, and 3.4 rebounds per game. On the All-NBA rookie team, Larry Bird of the Boston Celtics, Magic Johnson of the Los Angeles Lakers, Bill Cartwright of the New York Knicks, David Greenwood of the Chicago Bulls, and Calvin Nat of the Portland Trailblazers. Making the NBA All-Defensive First Team, Bobby Jones of the Philadelphia 76ers, Dan Roundfield of the Atlanta Hawks, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar of the Los Angeles Lakers, Dennis Johnson of the Seattle Supersonics, Don Buse of the Phoenix Suns, and Michael Ray Richardson of the New York Knicks. Making the NBA All-Defensive Second Team, Scott Wedman of the Kansas City Kings, Kermit Washington of the Portland Trailblazers, Dave Cowens of the Boston Celtics, Quinn Buckner of the Milwaukee Bucks, and Eddie Johnson of the Atlanta Hawks. And here we are entering the most important part of the season, the playoffs. In the Eastern Conference first round, Philadelphia defeated Washington 2-0, and Houston defeated San Antonio 2-1. In the Western Conference first round, Phoenix defeated Kansas City 2-1, and Seattle defeated Portland 2-1. In the Eastern Conference semifinals, Boston won over Houston 4-0, and Philadelphia advanced past Atlanta 4-1. The Western Conference semifinals saw Los Angeles defeating Phoenix 4-1, and Seattle winning over Milwaukee in the 7-game series. Philadelphia defeated Boston 4-1 in the Eastern Conference Finals to advance to the NBA Finals. And in the West, Los Angeles defeated Seattle 4-1 to advance. The 1980 NBA Finals began on May 4th and ended on May 16th, featuring the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Philadelphia 76ers. This was the first NBA Finals to make use of the three-point line. Game 1, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar proved why he earned MVP with a 33-point, 14-rebound performance, alongside rookie Magic Johnson's first ever Finals game performance of 16 points, 10 assists, and 9 rebounds. The Lakers won 109-102. Despite having another monster game from Kareem with a 38-point, 14-rebound double-double, Julius Erving had a double-double of his own with 23 and 10, as well as Darryl Dawkins leading the 76ers in scoring with 25 points, powering the team to 107-104 win. Now in Philadelphia, the Lakers came out strong with a 15-point lead in the first quarter. The Lakers cruised to a 111-101 victory behind a 33-point, 14-rebound, 4-block, 3-assist game. Julius Erving scored the only three-pointer of the series and the first in NBA Finals history in this game. Game 4 was kept close all game. Darryl Dawkins led Philly with 26 points, and with the additional 23 from Dr. J, highlighted by his signature baseline move in the fourth quarter, the 76ers won 105-102 and tied the series up 2-2. Back at the Forum in California, the Lakers held a 2-point lead late in the third quarter when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar stepped on Lionel Hollins' foot as he was running up court after a Lakers basket and twisted his ankle. Kareem was able to come back in the game, finishing with 40 points and 15 rebounds en route to a 108-103 win. The Lakers team doctors declared Kareem and his bad ankle unfit for Game 6. Pre-Game 6, Lakers coach Paul Westhead made a bold move by asking Magic Johnson to jump center, to which he agreed. While the Lakers took advantage going up 11-4 early, the Sixers used the size advantage to take a 52-44 lead in the second. The Lakers rallied to tie it up 60-60 by the half. Los Angeles opened up the third with a 14-0 run, keyed by Jamal Wilkes, who finished with a career-high 37 points and also grabbing 10 rebounds. And Magic Johnson scored 9 down the stretch, finishing with a 42-point, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steal, 1 block performance to wrap up the Lakers season with a 123-107 win and the NBA Finals championship. Magic Johnson took the Finals MVP award home in his rookie season, averaging 21.5 points per game, 11.2 rebounds per game, and 8.7 assists per game in 6 games. Spy World, that wraps on this episode of NBA Rap. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, yo, you already know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, and if you want to keep learning ball, you can do that right there.